tell you what, this stuff, just cracking that seal, it's got some stink to it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, so yesterday actually was the first test and tune I was gonna be able to make with this car with Earl. It's all ready to go. I got my new tires. Went with 17s, VMS 17s. Got the tires in. 18s didn't work. They actually, at some point I have to show you, they actually kind of tore up the inner fender well a little bit. So we'll have to fix that later. But went with 17s, I tested them, they worked. I was all ready to go, had all my tools packed up, I was all set to go, and it got rained out. So it kind of stinks. But, so I guess what it'll do is it'll just give me a chance to start working on getting some maintenance items done. So the first maintenance item we got to do is we're going to do the rear diff, or change the rear diff fluid. I am pretty sure that this has not been changed since brand new, so 96,000 miles ago. So for that, we need a T55 bit, like that. Went to Pittsburgh, went to Harbor Freight and picked me up a new bit. And so this is the fill plug, and then down here, you can see that is the drain plug. So what I'm going to do, what I like to do, I like to make sure I can get the fill plug off before I drain the fluid out. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And then we will, or at least I'll loosen it anyway, make sure I get it out, and then we'll start doing the drain. All right, so we got that guy loose. That was pretty easy, and now we'll do this, and I will probably, I'll definitely set you guys down because I need to have a bucket ready to go to grab this stuff. So we'll see what happens here. And I'll tell you what, this stuff, just cracking that seal, it's got some stink to it. Dang. Alright, so that was pretty painless, really. The only mess I had was just me leaving the bucket down there, and that was probably a bad mistake. One thing to keep an eye out for is your crush washer on here. This looks to be in pretty good shape, so we'll go ahead and put this back up, and then we'll start the process of getting the diff fluid in there. So got the bottom plug torqued up to 20 pounds. Got the fill plug out. Going to unbox my brand new super cool Pittsburgh multi-use transfer pump, and we're going to put in Lucas gear oil. So I went with Lucas. There's 1,000 brands out there. One thing just to make sure is that it says it's for use with the limited slip differentials. Otherwise you have to put in, there's an additive you put in, but I went with Lucas and it already has that on there. So I'll go ahead and get my transfer pump unpackaged, and we'll get this guy hooked up. Alright, so I didn't show the whole setup, but the pump worked good. It was kind of, it took some effort, but it wasn't terrible. And I put in just shy of 2 quarts. You can see just kind of dripping out a little bit of the fill hole, so that's pretty good right there. So I'll go ahead and button this back up, torque that to 20 pounds, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, there we go. That'll wrap this up. That was really pretty simple. Obviously made it a lot easier with the lift, but still not a bad job. A couple bolts, take it out. 20 pounds is the torque specs. T55 is all you need, and then a transfer pump. You get the fluid in, you're good to go. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I'm hoping next week we'll try again for test and tune. I'd love to get this car on the drag strip. I think it's ready. I think we're buttoned up, and we got to see how we set the shocks up and see how everything else goes. But whether we'll do it, whether we'll do. So fingers crossed we can get on the drag strip next week. I think the next piece we'll probably do later this week before we hit the drag strip is I'll probably do the transmission flush. So we'll go ahead and do the transmission as well. That'll be a separate video, and hopefully we'll hit the track soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.